All right, we have some developing news. A federal judge has ruled today that the Trump administration must fund SNAP benefits by using an available contingency fund. But despite this 11th hour ruling, more than 40 million Americans could still stand to miss their government funded food benefits. That includes 1.5 million people in LA County alone. California's Attorney General Rob Bonta told us that even if the court ordered this, it could take a while to get the money flowing once again. This is leaving millions of folks looking for another way to put food on their table this weekend. Joining me now to explain the enormous pressure all this is putting on our local food banks is Catherine Schneider. She's the Chief Community Engagement Officer at Jewish Family Services LA, a charity that serves tens of thousands of people every year. Catherine, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for covering this crucial topic.
Well, I know that you have already seen people who are stocking up on food ahead of this weekend. Talk about the spike in demand that you have already dealt with right now.
So we've seen a 41% increase in new users, new clients to our food pantries. We've also seen, where last week, for the whole week, we gave out 40,000 pounds of food. This week, we've already given out 45,000 pounds of food. That was at the end of the day, Wednesday. So we're seeing an uptick. Our lines are longer. People are coming in tears. They're very afraid. So it's a very serious moment for us.
Yeah, Catherine, tell us about some of the stories that you've heard. I think a big misconception is that SNAP is for people who aren't working. But here in LA County, the cost of living is so high, many people rely on SNAP to make ends meet so that they can both eat and pay their rent.
Sure, we've received calls, some from people that we've never heard of before. That one woman, Diana, who called us, just was not going to be able to pay for her rent if she lost her SNAP benefits, and she was calling us at, "Can you help me?" She wasn't in our system, very panicked. Our volunteers, who their normal job is to help people check into the pantry, help them collect their food, are also now dealing with people who are, really emotionally wrought over what does this mean, and people may have to make some very complicated choices. Do they pay for their prescription drugs, for their utilities, for their food? What is it going to look like for them?
If someone is watching this segment right now and needs help next month, how can they reach out to you guys?
Sure. Well, you can find us at our website, jfsla.org. And we have numbers and emails there where people can reach out to us. They can visit our food pantries as well. But I'd also like to put the call out, not just for potential clients, but for potential volunteers. Our pantries run on volunteers, and we're going to have a capacity issue, not just the capacity in terms of the volume of food we have, but the people to help us help clients move through our pantry. So I think this is a moment where LA can really come together and show the heart that I know that we have.
Catherine, are you prepared to meet the need that you're anticipating? Because even though now judges are ruling that the government has to fund SNAP, there's a big question of how quickly that they can do that, whether or not people are going to be able to get their benefits soon. What kind of pressure are you under at this point with folks knocking on your door?
Sure. Well, we've increased our inventory, and that's something that we've done over the past few weeks, and so we do have a higher amount of inventory than we normally carry. I do want to say, for every one meal our food pantry provides, SNAP provides 9. And so I think we do need to be clear that the food pantries of LA County cannot compensate, cannot meet the needs of SNAP cuts. I think that it's really worthwhile for all of us to be paying attention to this and to keep in touch with our elected officials and press that our neighbors really have the food that they need.
Right. We're just showing a video right now of the California National Guard out there helping the LA Regional Food Bank stack up boxes and meet the need. Catherine Schneider, I know that you are extremely busy right now. Thank you so much for your time. She's the Chief Community Engagement Officer at Jewish Family Services LA. Thank you so much for being there for the community right now.
Thank you.